Okay, so let's begin the show here. Good morning to folks who are watching in the GMT time, and good evening for folks who are from India. My name is Amran Mendes. I'm going to be your host, and today's webinar is all about digital marketing hacks for business owners and marketing professionals. So let's get on with it. My name is Andren Mendes, and the reason I'm doing this webinar is because for my entire part of my career, for the last 10 years or so, I've been a brand consultant and advertising professional myself, and also an entrepreneur. In fact, I've actually lost the count of the number of companies I've started, but just to put a perspective of it, I would say I am now at 6 startups and counting. So from media to marketing to even food business. In fact, the fifth and sixth company is not listed here. There's no enough space in this slide here. The fifth business actually was a food business. I actually launched a snack brand. You can see the image here. That was my brand. We launched the food brand. We sort of got listed in a couple of retail outlets, but eventually got bankrupt and had to shut it down, and I sort of now moved to Ireland. So currently, I work with both food businesses and tech companies, and as a brand consultant. So that's what I do for a living. I also am a speaker, and I also do online courses for marketing professionals and business owners. So that's that. All right, folks. So people again who are here, like I said, please drop in a hi, use the comment section, and tell us where you're from, what you do. Also, I just like to understand, a bit more about yourself. So there's a poll that I've published currently. If you can just participate and let me know what best describes you, it sort of will help me to make this presentation more customizable for all of you. So, are you a business owner? Are you a marketing professional? Or are you a freelancer? Or a student or an aspiring entrepreneur, please let us know. I'm sorry I don't have another section there. So just mark whatever is most or closely relevant for you. All right. So this will help me to make this discussion a bit more customizable for all of you and relevant for all of you. So welcome on board. Thanks for being here. Thanks for registering and considering spending time with me here to learn a couple of hacks or new strategies on digital marketing. So in the next 60 minutes, what are we going to do? We're going to speak about a couple of digital marketing strategies or hacks that can improve your marketing game plan. So that's the plan here, and that's what we're going to discuss in the next 60 minutes or so. Now, we're not here for a magical formula. I'm not here to give you a quick fix solution for whatever your problem is or for any of your digital marketing requirements. We're not talking about quick fix solutions here. So at the end of the session, what are you going to get, right? As a business owner or as a marketer or as a student or as a freelancer, you'll be able to apply the things that we're discussing today and to you actually see results or see considerable results in what you're doing. So what we're discussing today is very, very result oriented, and I assure you it's going to help you one way or the other. Now, I think given the situation we are all in, be it in India or in Ireland or anywhere in the world, I think we are all in lockdown. And one of the interesting facts that's in front of us right now is that social media use or digital usage of people have gone up. Now, there's a study that shows that that number is up by 40% in terms of people using WhatsApp or Instagram for that fact. So that's an interesting fact. And as digital marketers, this is something very important to us. I think this is a unique window that is presented in front of us. So the lockdown situation, I know it's bad, sitting at home and given how dire the situation is outside, but at the end of the day, as business owners or marketers, we are all looking for opportunities that we can take use of. And I think this is a very unique window which is presented in front of us. And post this situation, I think online is going to be the new norm, irrespective of what markets you are in. So to break it down, what is the unique window we have here, right? So the unique window we have here is very simple. People are online, right? They want positive news, they want hopeful content, they're ready to buy and they're ready to engage. So as marketers and business owners, are you giving them or are you filling the gap with all these requirements, right? Are you giving them positive news? Are you giving them hopeful content? Are you giving them things that they can buy during this time? It could be things they want, it could be things they need. Either way, are you getting people to buy your products online? Are your brand engaging them online? Are you giving them something to look forward for, right? So that's the big question that we need to ask ourselves as marketers or business owners. Now, if you think that this is not the best time to market your product, your business, I would say it's wrong. In fact, this is the best time to do it for a couple of reasons. On a very, what do you call that? On a very human note, I think the very simple answer is that whatever you do during this time as a business owner, as a marketer, people will remember you for that, right? Because it's a just stressful time. People are online, and whatever you do are seen by a lot of people. So this is a good time to do your marketing for simple reason that people will remember for you for years in terms of what you're doing. Second thing, what I've seen is that the cost of marketing or acquiring customers is considerably low during this period because a lot of people are online and more receptive to whatever you send out. So for that reason, marketing is very important at this point. And when I say marketing more, it might not be that your product might not be something that you could sell right away because of the situation, but that doesn't mean that you stop marketing, right? I mean, a classic example is the picture here from an insurance company who's put out this billboard. Though no one will see it, the reason we are discussing here today in this webinar, I think, would be a measure of success for this word campaign, right? So do creative campaigns that people will remember. If you're a business, if you're in the business that you can't sell, but otherwise there's more interesting stuff that you can do. If your business model or business product or service is something that you can sell online, right? So moving on. Um, So I think we've asked this question as a poll in terms of business. Are you a business owner on the poll? But yeah, if you can again come back to the chat option and tell us a bit more about what you do, like in terms of what kind of profile are you running a cafe? Are you into food business? Are you doing a retail business? Are you doing a B2B software? What are you exactly doing? Again, it will help me to make the session more relevant for you guys as well. Um, so yeah, I have a lot of people here. Prince, who's running an aesthetic clinic. Uh, Someone said that the voice is not reachable. Can I ask you if the voice is better right now, folks? Can you hear me? Uh, so director of dance company, website design company, design studio, hacker for real estate, beauty salons, healthcare devices, and marketing. Marketing professional, hospitality. Wow, that's amazing. So we have a wide range of people here. We have people from family business, paper distribution, amazing. So into social media marketing, business owner of a software development company. So yeah, if you are yourself a freelancer or consultant, I have something for you in store as well. So be with me here as we look at a couple of stuff that you could use either for yourself or for your clients as well. And for others, of course, this is amazing stuff, guys. So I think for the next for 50 or 40 minutes all, I have stuff that each of you can use. B2B software, cybersecurity, amazing. So good thing here. So all right, so you have the training and education. So let's move on. That's good to know that we have a huge variety of industries here from. Now, the thing about digital marketing, I think one thing that we all need to understand is that the one of the important things that digital marketing has done for customers is that it's reduced our attention span for our customers, right? I mean, it's said that our attention span is now worse than a goldfish, and that number keeps dwindling year on year, which is bad and challenging for us as marketers. But it also has a unique opportunity in its own way, right? So that's one of the key things we need to take away from this. Now, all the tools or strategies I'm discussing today comes from my experience in helping clients. So these are stuff that I have applied for my clients uh, and have given had have got results. So and also I also do something called as a strategy clinic, which is basically one-on-one sessions where I interact with business owners and give them free advice. So a lot of this is whatever you're discussing here is also taken away from that in terms of some of the things that business owners don't do. All right. So again, quick question: how many here are business owners and professional. I think we've done that in poll, so you don't need to answer that. We have the polls, guys. If you're here right now, and if you're not participating in the polls, I request you to just participate in the poll and tell us a bit more about yourself. If you're a business owner or a marketing professional, it will help me make this presentation much more easier and customizable for you. All right, so moving on. So let's look at the digital hacks one by one, right? The first one. So can I ask you, how many of you here use CRM software for their business marketing? Now, most of the businesses I've seen in my experience, they all use Excel sheets to track their marketing. And for people who said that they use CRM, can you give me which CRM software that you use here on the chat as well? If you're using a CRM software, please let me know which one you're using. If you're not using one, please tell me how are you tracking your marketing right now? Are you using Excel sheets, or what is that you're doing to track your marketing on a day-to-day basis? Please let me know how you're doing that. All right, so CRM essentially is one of the key components of your marketing game plan, and that's a reason it's number one out there. So if you're not using a CRM software, I implore you that you need to figure out a way to start using one. Why? Well, it helps you to automate your marketing. It helps you to track your leads, manage email campaigns, and create landing pages and more. So I know it's easy to just say this like this, but let me show you a CRM that I use. Um, so there's still folks who are saying they can't hear anything. Guys, the audio looks fine from my end. Can you check your speaker level as well? Okay, the audio seems good. All right, so biotechnology and power management firm, shopping malls. All right, hello everyone who just joined in. So we've just started to discuss tools one by one. The first tool for a successful digital marketing campaign is a CRM tool. So if you're not using it, please let me know what you're using. Are you using an Excel sheet? But if you're using a CRM, please tell me which CRM you're using. Now, I just want to walk you through and show you a CRM that I use for my purpose. Um, so that it will be easier for you to understand this. All right, so I'm not sure if you can see the screen right now. All right, you can. So yes, so I use CRM software called as Agile. In my experience, this is one of the cheapest CRM softwares I've come across. For people who use HubSpot, yes, HubSpot is free, but the free tools don't really cut it. At the end of the day, you need the paid version of HubSpot if you really want to do the stuff, but I think it's a bit more expensive, personally speaking. So there's a lot of CRM softwares out there, and you can use anything that you want. Now, when I say why this is very important, right? Let's start from the basics, right? Now, you all have customer sheets or customer leads that you manage, which you normally tend to do in an Excel sheet. Now, what I have here, again, these are my leads. So I have around, let's say, the total count of leads that I have is around 2034. These leads came from different sources. A couple of them might have come through events that I do. A couple of them can be emails. A couple of them I just extracted the emails on my own. But the important thing is I keep track of my customers, right? Or my prospective customers. So if I click at one of them, uh, I know what has happened here, right? So I know what is the last email I sent to them. So I send them the invitation on the webinar that's happening today. After this webinar, there's another webinar of food business owners, which specifically discuss about how we food business owners can come out of the COVID lockdown situation. Let's not talk about that for the time being. Yeah, so as you can see, this is the last email I've sent. I know that this guy has opened it so much of times, and all the emails I've sent, right? Everything is tracked here. So, and these tags tell me what kind of customer he is. He's a food company owner, and so on and so forth. So, also, if they have visited my website, that comes here. So, this basically gives you an overall picture of your contact. So that means you don't have to depend on Excel sheets and stop wasting your time in this. So this CRM is Agile, Agile. That's I'm just going to type that here as well. Agile CRM. Like I said, I'm not specifically recommending any CRM. There's a lot of them out there, and you can use the best one that's suitable for you. I found Agile to be suitable enough for my requirement anyway. So yeah, managing your contacts is one thing, right? Second thing is automating your campaigns. Now, I run email campaigns and a lot of these things, and all these things are automated. Now, you might be, I'm not sure, what software do you use for email campaigns? Is it MailChimp or is it anything else from your own experience? Now, for me, if you look at this is how my email campaigns are. It's all automated. I'm not sitting and manually sending emails and looking at what's the open rate or what's the click rate. As you can see, it's like very simple. It's like drag and drop, like so start the campaign, send one email. I check whether it's open or not. If they've opened it, I then check if they've clicked it. Now, if they've not opened it, I wait for one day and I send another email, right? Again, the same drill. I check if it's opened it, whether it's clicked. And now, if they've clicked, I add a score to them. So, basically, I added a score of 100, which means that I can keep track of people who have clicked my email campaigns by giving them a score. And if they're not clicked it, I wait for a couple of days. So in this case, 4 business days, and I send them another email. So all these campaigns are automated, and like I said, it helps us keep track of who is engaging with us. So the score, for example, if I go to contacts and put a score greater than 50, so that means I have 710 people who's basically clicked my emails because of the scoring system. Now, if you see the notification here, someone has opened an email, right? So basically, I'm on live. I'm tracking if they have opened my email. So this is again the email that I've sent for full business. So this is one of the key things that CRM software will do in terms of marketing. And if you're in sales, it also has another edge to it, right? So once you get leads out of this campaign that you're doing, the next thing is keeping track of those leads. So for example, once those queries come in, I add them as leads here, as you can see, right? So for example, so this is a lead, prospective lead that's coming, and I know all the tasks that's happened, the events that's happened, the meeting that's happened. Everything is tracked here for our sales team to know and see what's happening. So in all, a CRM makes your life much more easier. So to answer your question about which email campaign software I do email campaigns from Agile itself. So the CRM software helps you to manage all these things. It also helps you to create landing pages and a lot of other stuff which we'll be discussing in the presentation ahead as well. So that was just a quick way of looking at what the CRM software can do for your business. So I think it's pretty clear how it can help you to track leads and manage email campaigns. Now, because of the limitation of time, I won't be able to show you more. But what I essentially have to say is that if you are a marketer or a business owner, you need to move away from Excel sheets if you want to make your life easier. But yeah, unless you have a huge marketing team and a lot of people who are working for you and can get things done, well, that's of course a different deal altogether. Any questions about CRM that we need to look into right now? Uh, Agile is not free, folks. It's a pay. They have a paid. They have a free version as well, but you need to have need to pay to actually use the automation and all the stuff that makes the marketing easier for you. HubSpot also has an email service and landing pages as well. Yes, they allow you to link landing page. Yes, they do. Any other questions on CRM, or we can move ahead? Uh, these slides, I am a Keynote user. It's actually a tool like PowerPoint, but it's by Apple, so it's called PowerPoint. Sorry, it's called Keynote. It's similar to PowerPoint, but I've been using this to make all my presentations. All right, the next tool that I want to discuss is chatbot. Now, anyone here who has worked or implemented a chatbot at their end for their own purpose or for their own customers or anything. Now, chatbot essentially acts like a sales staff on your website. Now, most of us, I think, website is something that we underutilize because, see, at the end of the day, having a website is like having a shop front, right? I mean, you own a shop front and you have a lot of people coming in through you, looking at you, maybe getting inside and looking at stuff. And as a digital marketer or business owner, you end up looking at Google Analytics and seeing that, oh yeah, there's so many people who's visited me, but what then, right? So just like a shop, you need sales assistants to actually sell your product on your website, and that's what a chatbot essentially does. Um, So yeah, there's a couple of softwares that can be used to build chatbots and automate them. ManyChat, I think someone who discussed here has been one of them. It's good to use that, but again, the problem with ManyChat is it's entirely based on how do you call that Facebook. And for business purpose, I don't really recommend Facebook to be always used for chatbot. So if you go, this is my agency that I currently own, and I'm just looking at so what I'll just walk you through how I use chatbot for one of my clients for one of the websites that we built. All right, let's look at Chrome. All right, so if you can see the screen, this is one of the clients that I've worked on. And if you look at his website, on the top, on the left bottom of there, there's something called Ask Andy. So this is a chatbot, right? So if you look at it, this is how it looks. Hello, how are you today? You answer fantastic. And then it asks me what my name is. So I tell them my name. So yeah, there's an important update. So Andrew, what can I help you with today? And it asks me questions, right? Where to buy meals, online ordering. So let's say online ordering. What happens? Retail deliver. I mean, so how can I help you today? What are the delivery schedule? What's the shelf life? So it looks like someone is sitting on the back end and chatting, but not really. It's all automated at the back end, right? Now, why this is important, like I said, is because as far as customers go, we need to understand that people are not always sure of what they're doing in our website, right? So they always want to engage with something, and that's what a chatbot essentially does. So Drift, someone says Drift. Yes, Drift is an excellent tool as well to do the same process. I use a tool called as Collect Chat, which I found again quite economical in terms of the usage and quite easy to build as well. Now let me see if I can walk you through. Uh, so yeah, so this is the software. So it's called Collect Chat, uh, and building this is quite easy. So this is how the chatbot is built. It much like match the following. If you can see that this, um, so you don't need any programming expertise to build it. It's all like match the following. If they ask this, go to this text. If they ask this, go to this text. It's quite easy to do, and there's a lot of things you can do with this as well. So yes, it's called Collect Chat. I can actually send you once this webinar is over a link which will also give you uh, a discounted offer if you want to use this. Uh, yeah, otherwise, if you are in the mood to Google, just Google Collect Chat and you'll find this company and you can look at their pricing. They have a free version as well, but you need to pay for doing the whole automation stuff. So again, a very interesting tool that I feel that every marketer and business owner you need to use. Now, I use it in my own website because at the end of the day, we don't have time to answer everything. So if you can automate the whole process, it does the job for you. You don't have to sit and reply to one by one of those mails or things that come. And more importantly, I think forms are old school right now. I mean, you only fill in a form when you're pretty sure of what you need. I mean, at the end of the day, uh, on a website, if you have a form which asks you name, your email ID, what do you want, it's very static, right? It's not engaging at all. But something like this, a collect chat, for a chatbot, for example, it's quite engaging. It basically gets your customer to talk about you. and gives you more information. Now you know that Andron from this area has visited your website, other than what do you call that? Other than knowing that someone from this city has visited, you now know the name, or you now know how the face of the people, or a customer that have come to your website, and you know what is the query they've asked. So I think that that puts a very important part in kind of the data you can get uh, from from your website. It makes your website more efficient if you add a chatbot onto it. All right, so moving on. So we are only at tool number two. So folks who have just came in, if you just gotten here, do participate in the poll. We've just started. We've just found the number two tool, which is chatbot. End of the day, or leader more impression. Chatbot is only how specific the queries can be addressed. See, a chatbot, like I said, it's maps the following, right? You can add as much as questions as you want on the go, depending on the kind of what do you call that responses you get from customers. Also, quick thing, heads up, guys. So, folks, I know this webinar is about digital marketing, so but please don't cross sell to the attendees. I see a lot of interaction happening here, so don't leave away your email IDs or anything here, folks. So, just let's keep it as professional as possible. Thank you. The chatbot can be integrated on any of the website, be it WordPress or Squarespace. It's very easy. You don't need to be a programmer to do it. It gives you a tool which you can just place on your website and it does the job. You can get a chatbot live in probably 15 minutes time. So that's that. So chatbot gives more marketing juice to your website, right? So there's a lot of chatbot tools that's available. Someone spoke about Drift and ManyChat here. They're also pretty interesting stuff. But yeah, I found Collect Chat to be economical and much more easier than the other ones. ManyChat is more interesting as well if you want to build a chatbot on Facebook interface. So that's there. And folks, I know you have a lot of questions about this. Let me tell you, at the end of the session, I also have $300 worth of online courses for free, which basically gives you access to all these things as well. So if you don't know how to use them, my courses actually gives you step-by-step process how to build a chatbot using Collect Chat and how to install it on your website. So don't worry about those questions. Moving on, the number third tool that I want to discuss today is LinkedIn automation. So can I ask you, how many people here use LinkedIn to generate leads? Now, coming to that, uh, how many people here use LinkedIn for uh, your generating leads? Or okay, and how far has it been helpful? Now I know LinkedIn could be a bit tricky and it might be more suitable for B2B, but it also works for B2C as well. And when I say LinkedIn automation, I'm not speaking about using Sales Navigator or any of these official LinkedIn tools, but a LinkedIn automation that I run, it generates me approximately, I would say, between um, 3 to 4 leads a month. And I've tried using this for my clients as well. Now, like I said, this is not a official LinkedIn tool that I use, but it's something else. And the approach that we do here is very simple. So I've been using this for my clients as well, for a couple of them. So just to show you an example of what we are using, I'm going to show you something that I'm doing for my client by running this LinkedIn automation. All right, so what happens is on LinkedIn, I'm sure you all have used groups in the past. So basically, I use LinkedIn groups to do something. So this is something I'm running for a client of mine. So what we do is basically we target business groups. So let's say if you're trying to target business owners in a city, so let's say you're trying to target business owners in London, or you're trying to target business owners in Bangalore, or you're trying to target retail marketing professionals in Delhi, for example, right? All these will have LinkedIn groups on them. So what I do is I go to these groups, I extract profiles from them, and then I automate LinkedIn requests. So I send out 80 requests a day like this. So for example, the message would say, hey Richard, I am in the health business. I mean, this is basically a pitch, right? But it's not a hardcore sales pitch. It's more like saying that, hey, I want to connect with you. I found you in this group. And then subtly you're saying, I've created a program specifically. I mean, this is the sales pitch that we are making. So when you send out 80 requests a day, so as you can see, couple of them reply, right? Couple of them reply and say that I want to know what this info is. Couple of them just adds into it. So it the kind of response you get depends on your business. But what I meant is, so let's say for example, you're trying to reach out to food companies in Bangalore, right? So all you need to go to LinkedIn, search Bangalore food, look at groups, right? So as you can see, these are the companies, these are the groups that's available in Bangalore. Bangalore Wine Club, Day and Night Sports, Food Grade, like Bangalore Property Services, join us to start a food court in Bangalore, Health 2.0, so Bangalore chapter. So these are people who are looking to health business. So what I would do is I would join this group. I would then extract all the members from of this group and then send them LinkedIn request automated. So I send out 80 requests a day to members within the group. So another thing. So let's say for example, you're looking at retail like retail marketing India, for example, right? So if you look at this group, there's 1,500 people, there's 4,600 people in this group, 495 in this group. The idea is you join here. Right? The first thing is obviously you have to join these groups, and then we use a tool to extract all the 1,500 members from here, and then we send them automated requests from our account with a custom message. The idea is the message is not too spamish, it is very general, but it does the job at the end of the day. As for the tool that we're using, again, I'm going to talk about that towards the end of this session in terms of how you can do this for your business. We'll come to we'll come to the end of this session to talk about which particular tool I'm using to automate it. All right, so okay, so I think we've all participated in the poll in terms of what we do. So I have one more poll that I want to run by you. We get that. Yeah, but before that, let's get into the next tool after LinkedIn, right? What's next? So we've looked at, for people who have come here, we've looked at three tools for digital marketing. First is the importance of CRM. Second is the importance of having a chatbot on the website. Uh, and third one, which we just discussed right now, is using LinkedIn automation. Moving on from LinkedIn automation, let's look at what's next. Now, most of the businesses we need enquiries or leads, right? Be it B2B or be it B2C. The idea is how do you generate leads? Um, how many of you here are the leads business? I mean, be it B2B or B2C. Uh, Tell me if generating leads is important for your business, yes or no. So, what I've seen in my own experience is that if you try to directly sell something to people, the cost of advertising is very high. The cost of acquiring a customer is very high. And that's the same for both B2B and B2C as well. So, what I'm suggesting here is a free info lead model. Now, there's a couple of ways to do this, right? And I've experienced something on my own. I've seen other businesses do it. So, just to draw a picture of what it essentially means is is this image. So I see what happens is as marketers, we shouldn't worry about the initial phase, but we need to look at the long-term money that we set to gain. So what it means is at the end of the day, our journey is not just about getting people to click or buy something. It's much more beyond that, right? But for us to reduce the cost, we need to have a structure to it. And a simple structure is what I'm suggesting here is all about a free info lead model. What it means is that initially we bait our customers with some sort of a free info, and then we upsell and try selling them something towards the end. Now, there's different models of it for both B2B and B2C, but what I've seen is there's at least a 50% cost of reduction in the cost of acquiring a lead by this model alone. So a big example for this is by this brand in UK. So this guy is called Modi Koch. He's huge here in the UK. He's a huge business already. And when the lockdown situation happened, what did he do? Right? He gave away something for free. So he started doing um, videos on doing exercise for kids from home on YouTube, and people started tuning in, and he started making money off of it. And what did he do? He donated that money for a cause. But how did he use that to scale this business up further, right? He now got an offer from BBC. He's also got offer from Tesco to create a similar session that he's doing on YouTube. Now, this is a big business. Now, let's look at something more small. If you're in a B2B business, especially, it's almost content driven or ebook driven. So if you're in the service based or if you're in a B2B technology based, this is something that can work for you. Now, again, I'd like to show you my own example here. So earlier we spoke about CRM. So again, I've used CRM to do these kind of campaigns. So just want to show you. So I'm also trying to reach out to business owners, be it B2B technology or food business owners. So what I've done is basically I've created an ebook which people can download, which is for free. So this is what that ebook landing page looks like. So basically you create a content, right? And then you create a landing page. Oops, this is the thank you page, sorry. So this is again using CRM software. Uh, so, right, so if you look at food business, ebook, so I've created this ebook which people can download, right? And this it's using here, so it's not fully loading properly. Either way, what it meant is we create an ebook, right, which gives away free information to our prospects. We create a landing page and we then push it on social and email campaigns, and we generate leads out of it. Now, again, for me to know who are the folks who have downloaded this ebook, I go to my CRM customers and I've tagged the customers who have downloaded the ebook as ebook one. And as you can see, 35 people have downloaded the ebook, right? So just to know how they have downloaded the ebook, if you click it, you'll know how that's come. So as you can see, I sent them an email, they opened it, they clicked on that landing page. So this is the landing page for that ebook, right? And they have downloaded it. So just to show you the landing page. So as you can see, it's basically giving something away for free, right? But people who are downloading an ebook for food business means they are essentially some way my prospective business. So this is something you can adapt for your B2B business as well. So this is not so relevant to B2C, but it can be adapted to B2C as well. B2C footfalls oriented campaigns. Yes, we are coming to a couple of those examples as well, what you can apply for B2B, B2C. But what you're seeing here is something that's specifically for more relevant, I would say, to B2B businesses. So the idea is you give them something away for free, and you know you engage with them, and you keep engaging with them in multiple levels, and eventually you sell them something. So that's the idea. So it's very simple. If you try to sell something to the customer, it's always very difficult. But if you give them some sort of free information, people would want to grab hold of it. So that's what the free info model is all about. And it can be applied for both B2B and B2C as a segment. All right, moving on. We are at number 5. Now, how many folks here run ads, be it Google or Facebook ads? How many of you run ads? So someone asked about footfall oriented campaigns. I think this would be a good thing if you have a customer database. So if you are, I think the footfall. So I think you are in the retail business. You are managing for shopping malls. So the first thing that you should probably do and you should understand is
uh, see, we've already acquired customers. So the idea is how much more juice and how much more value you can gain out of them. So if you're in the retail business, the idea is how can you capture information? So do you run loyalty programs where you can capture name, email IDs, or mobile numbers of information? The first step is to collect that information. Second step is to retarget them using Facebook or any other media channels, because this will considerably A, reduce your cost of advertising. B, these customers are already buying from you. You're basically topping it up more by getting them to buy more. Now, I've seen personally that when you retarget customers, your cost of media and ads are considerably low. Now, I'm not going to walk you through it. We don't have the time for it. But what it means is if you run Facebook ads, in your ads manager, there's an option called as audiences. And when you click audiences and you can have add create custom audience, this is what opens up. And you have these three options: website traffic, app activity, and customer list. So this customer list is what we are discussing, where you upload an Excel sheet with name, email IDs, and mobile number, or whatever information you have of your customers. The basic thing is you need to at least have an email ID or a mobile number, whichever you have, right? If you can get that customer list, you can retarget them, your customers, with ads on Facebook. Or yes, you can also create a lookalike audience, but a lookalike audience is depending on the website traffic you get, right? Which is good enough. But if you are in the offline business, like I said, if you are managing a mall or a retail outlet, the idea is first get use data point to collect information for people who are already coming there, and then upload it as an Excel sheet. That's a classic way to reduce your cost of advertising and to get more juice out of your existing customers. All right, moving on. Google My Business. Now, this is something people generally forget to use. How many people here are actually using Google My Business? Again, this is very important for local businesses, especially retail outlets, or even it's relevant for B2B businesses as well. And I'll tell you why. But yeah, how many people here use Google My Business on at least a weekly or a monthly basis? All right, so we have a lot of people using it. Now, why it is relevant, right? To answer that question, I have a screenshot here. If you go and search for your business right now, right, even before your website, what comes first is the thing on the right, which is the Google My Business. And why it's very important for local businesses and B2B or big businesses, because most of the people Google about you, right? And even before they see your website, this is the first thing they will see, for a simple reason that Google want them to see Google My Business first. For a very simple reason. When I search something on Google, Google wants me to remain within the Google interface and not go to an external website. So for that reason, Google My Business is very, very important, because it helps Google to retain customers within their platform. And for that reason, Google My Business is a very important tool for your business. Now, let me try showing you um, what. So if I search for my business, well, since I'm an admin, this comes up here, but what it essentially means is before my website or Facebook, this is the first thing that you see. And this is very important because most of these searches happens on mobile. So this is the first thing that you will actually see, right? So the good thing about Google Business is now you can list your products, your services, and you can also have updates here. Now, because of the lockdown, I don't have any events going, so I don't have any updates that I've done here previously, right? But if I go to my Google business right now, I can look at the insights. So this is the search keywords that people have come to me, and then I can add products. So all my products and services here. So Google My Business gives you a lot of tools to have more information about your services and all that. And it's free to use, and it's very important for Google. And for that reason, it should also be very important to you, because it'll give you more value to whatever you're doing, and it's free. You know, so there's a lot of things. So if you haven't updated it, make it a habit that you update it once a week, and have your products and services section updated. Because, like I said, even before people visit your website, this is the first thing they're going to see on, at least on mobile. So ensure you use your Google My Business page, update the products and services on it regularly. You can also update your events and things that you're doing to keep it more updated as well. So that's that. So moving on, let's look at what's next. All right. So big next question: how many people here, especially again for B2B, want to specifically target certain companies? As in, do you want to target, let's say, a company in Delhi, or let's say you want to target your advertising for only Vodafone, or let's say you want to target your advertising only for Tesco to see? Is there something sort of that sort of requirement that you have? Again, this might be more B2B centric. Is there anyone who has that kind of setup? This is the best channel to sell online courses. Well, we'll come to that. Okay, so just to understand that, I want to add another poll that I'm opening up just to understand this part, which is how many of you are in the B2B and B2C business? Again, a poll is open. If you can just quickly let me know how many of you are in the B2B and B2C business. That'll be more important. So this tool is very relevant to B2B marketers who want specific targeted marketing, right? So if you want to target certain companies, we can target them using their IP addresses. Has anyone here actually used or heard about this as an ABM or account-based marketing? Is there anyone who uses it here? All right, so no one has seems to be familiar with this. So account-based marketing, okay, so yeah, someone has used. So it's very simple. If you want to target um, the folks working for Vodafone or Tesco or a specific company, big or small, you can target your ads specifically for that. And this is not Facebook advertising or Google for that fact, right? This is using other set of tools. Now, just to show you how that's possible, I'm just gonna I'm just gonna open up something. So what it lets is we can target customers or prospective customers using their IP address. Now all offices have a specific IP address, right? Now what we're going to do is simply target companies using their IP addresses. That's essentially what we're doing. Oh, did you say you haven't used it? Sorry. All right, so let me see. I just want to play a video. So there's a lot of tools to use it. So this is an ABM tool called as Albatross, and not sure is it visible? Is this, can you see the video? Is it clear? So as you can see, I'm basically uh, going to this tool and searching for companies I want to target, right? So I'm trying to target Healings Farms, for example, and I'm running a campaign to generate um, brand awareness. Is the video visible, guys? Oh, sorry. Maximize screen. Again, if this is not so clear right now, don't worry. I'll give you access to these stuff as well. Like I said, towards the end of it, I actually have a $300 was a course free for you guys where I work with your users. So as you can see, I'm setting up an ads to target Healings Farms, right? I'm going to create ads. Now this is the interesting part. We can customize the ads to specifically that company. So we can tell, hey, Keelings, I can solve your problem. That's what we are doing. So as you can see, hello, Keelings, and we can solve your problem. What it means is that, like I said, if you're trying to target a specific company, you can customize the ad for them. And so like I said, this is IP based targeting, right? So, like I said, all the companies, organizations have a specific IP, and what this tool does is basically tracks them with that. So, your ad customized, hyperly customized, reaches out to people working in Keeling. So, all you need is to put this artwork together, and it'll automatically generate the artwork in different sizes, as you can see, or you can upload your own as well, or you can create the ad here. Again, no need of programming and design language here. It's very simple, and it generates itself ads in different sizes. Now, if you ask me where these ads are served in websites like news websites or any website where there are banner ads, and people from the IP address of that company only will see it. So as you can see, the ad says, "Hello, Keelings. I can solve. Hello, Keelings. We can solve your problem." So this level of hyper personalization is possible using this tool. Oops, there's folks saying there's no video. Let me see if I can zoom it further. Yeah, this is a bit tricky to zoom in. So once the ads are live, I can know where these are published. So msn.com, dailymail.co, uklive.com. These are the websites where these ads were published. The only tricky part about they are CPM ads, as in they charge you for impressions. So they come out very, very costly. So only do this if you want to target certain companies for certain campaigns. It's not a very sales driven activity. It's more of an awareness driven activity that you can do. It's extremely costly, but obviously it can deliver results as well because you're specifically targeting a certain company, right? So uh, no, like I said, we can't be discussing this entire thing today. I am giving away free course where you can access these stuff as well and figure out yourself how you can use account based marketing for your business. Just to speed up, I just want to show to you. Also, this tool also lets you do something else and not just account based. It also lets you know who are the companies who visited your website. So if you have a website and you want to know who visited your website, of course you know that data from Google Analytics. But this software basically helps you to understand from which company they visited. So again, it's IP based targeting. You don't need any technical skill to get it done. Use this tool, install a code on your website, and it basically tracks IP. So these leads, as you can see, are all the companies that visited this particular website. For example, someone from TripAdvisor visited it. We know the activity that happened, which page they came in, what did they do. Also, this particular tool also gives contacts, so like email addresses. Now it doesn't mean that this particular person visited the website. It just means that this particular company visited the website, and the tool has the email addresses of that particular company. That's all it means. Yes, the tool software is called Albatross, I think. Yeah, Alba, or is it Albatross? So if you are in the mood to look at it right now, it should be Albatross. I haven't used it for a while. Yeah, Albatross. So there's a lot of these tools that's available actually. A lot of other options as well. Albatross might come in a bit costly, but I found the data served by them more uh, better than their competition. So there's a lot of other similar tools out there in the market as well, but I found Albatross to be much more efficient in what they're doing. So yeah, account-based marketing. So for folks who are just here, account-based marketing helps you to target specific companies with hyper-personalized ads using their IP addresses. So if you're the B2B business, or if you want to target a specific company, this should be working well for you. Like I said, if you're just joining, don't worry. Towards the end, I have a free course for all of you, which will walk you through how to use all these things as well. So don't worry about that. All right. So how many folks here use email marketing for whatever they're doing? So from the polls here, I have 35% B2B and 65% B2C. Now, what we're discussing here in terms of email marketing, it is relevant for both B2B and B2C users for a simple reason that email marketing is still the highest ROI driven channel that's out there. And there's a very simple reason for that. Social media is where all of us like to sit and chat and look at friends and what they do. But email, at the end of the day, is official business. So whatever comes out of an email transaction is always considered very important. So as you can see, the CTR rates and conversion rates for email versus social media, right? The ROI for social email marketing is still the highest. So if you're not using it, I would say reconsider that point. Now, these figures in terms of email marketing, you can find it out there in Google, why email marketing delivers. But like I said, it's simple common sense, right? We all look at email as official business and not as social media. So that's where email marketing can deliver more results to you. For me personally, like I said, I think we've looked at how I'm automating emails using a CRM initially. So all my email campaigns are automated, and whatever ebooks I create or even this event, we do a lot of email marketing, and it's still the most highest ROI driven platform for me and for all the businesses that I use as well. Moving on, WhatsApp business. Now, anyone here who uses a WhatsApp business account, and when I say WhatsApp business, I'm not talking about a normal number, but WhatsApp as a separate business account as well. So if you're not using it, I would say it's a good thing. So if you are in the restaurant business or even consulting business for that fact, I think WhatsApp business is very important for customer interaction or as customer care. Now, just to give you some screenshots of so if you're in India, if you know about this brand called Raw Pressery, they basically deliver and make juices, cold pressed juices. On their website, they have an option to actually order the juices via WhatsApp. And the other screenshot is my own business. So the difference with WhatsApp business is that um, it helps you to create certain things. So this screenshot here, it basically helps you to create a catalog or a menu. So that's what is very important and makes your life much easier. Uh, how is email marketing classified as spam? How do you ensure? To answer that question, Nipun, very simply said, if you use a CRM or an email marketing tool, if you're paying for it, the reason you're paying for it is to ensure that you don't end up in spam folders. Second thing, there's a bit of hacks in terms of things that you can do to ensure that your email does not end up in a spam folder in terms of the content or the links. Some best practices, again, we don't have time to discuss all of that, but again, I have a course specifically for that, so we'll come to that. So coming back to the topic of WhatsApp business, right? So you can create catalogs like this and use messaging for people to get orders and then collect payments via Stripe or PayPal. So WhatsApp business, it's still in its early stages because they've not opened up the APIs a lot, but it is definitely an interesting tool that I feel everyone should start using. All right, so the other thing, it's a very simple tool as link in bio. How many people have heard about this? If not, it's specifically for Instagram. Now, the thing about Instagram is you can't make your Instagram post clickable, which means that you can post something, but there's no link that you can share or people can click onto. So, link in bio basically solves that for you. Um, so, just to show that to you. So if you use LinkedIn, is anyone here using LinkedIn Bio or similar something? If not, I just want to share how this works. So again, it's specifically for Instagram. So as you can see, this is my Instagram page. Guys, again, if you're here, if you're not following me, please, uh, I mostly share a lot of stuff around business and digital marketing. So do follow me on Instagram. But yeah, coming to a point of LinkedIn Bio. So this link here is what I meant. It's a tool again. It's called LinkedIn Bio. What it means is that for all the updates that we do, right? So let me see. So all the updates that I do, if I want to send my customers to a particular page, right? I then mention that the link is in bio and they can come here, click on this, And what will happen is it will go to a clickable version, I would say, of Instagram, right? So your Instagram post is here. So they just make it clickable. So if I click on it, it basically goes to the website or URL where I want them to. So that's what essentially link in bio does for you. It makes your Instagram post clickable. So for folks who want to use it, they have a free version as well. Just search for link in bio. And there's a lot of other tools as well. Just for search for link in bio and you'll come across this. Start using link in bio, right? So this will help you to make your Instagram post uh, clickable. Link in bio. Just Google link in bio and I'm sure you'll find it very easily. This is particularly relevant for Instagram. I don't think we can use it for anything else. All right, moving on. So we are at point number 10. So yeah, so I think we've discussed a few hacks that I think you can start applying. For folks who've been through, can you let me know which of these are something that you think that you can start using maybe right today or tomorrow? Is there anything specifically that you feel that we discussed today is very relevant for you and that you can use it right away? Is there something like that? And is there something that you want more help and more advice in terms of how to use this? So out of all the tools that we've discussed today, is there specifically something that you think you can use? All right, so we have coming in CRM, chatbot, WhatsApp, email marketing, WhatsApp business, link in bio. Yeah, link in bio is very handy. Is marketing on Quora worth it? Quora specifically for B2B link building and SEO, it's good. Um, but otherwise, I not personally using it. I haven't seen much of value other than for specific link building purposes. All right, so we've dealt with 10 tools that I think you can all use. So just to summarize all of that again, to walk you all of it through. So first thing we discussed today was CRM software. If you're not using it, I request you to move away from Excel and jump into a CRM software. There's a lot of amazing CRM softwares available out there in the market. You can just Google and try a few of them, free trial and try a few of them. Chatbot, a very important tool for your business to collect business information and marketing sense. LinkedIn automation. Now, if you are here, want to figure out how you can use that LinkedIn automation for yourself, you can do that. Like I said, uh, I have course on my website which speaks about that. And for all the attendees here, I'm going to give 50% off on that for today. So use code 50% if you're interested to buy that course, which basically helps you how to um, use LinkedIn automation. And so I'm just going to leave the link here in chat as well, but you will be getting emails about this. But yeah, if you want to use LinkedIn automation, you can find more information there on how to use it. And today, for a limited time, I'm giving my courses for 50% off. So the LinkedIn tool, it'll help you to give you step by step on how to use it. The free info lead model, how to use email marketing automation. Again, another important stuff. Static clinic marketing, high prints. So uh, there's no something very specific to you, but see, a lot of the stuff that we discussed today can be used for you if you're in the aesthetic clinic business, especially chatbot. I think that's very relevant because a lot of people will be coming to your website and not be sure whether they want to leave a contact form because of obvious reasons. So chatbot, WhatsApp, chat, all these are very important for you if you're in the aesthetic clinic business. Retargeting, again, if you have an existing customer base. Google My Business, again, very, very important. So all the things that we discussed today, I think, are quite useful for all forms of businesses out there, irrespective of what specific things you're doing. So, Prince, I hope that answers your question. Um, all right. So one additional part that I wanted to add today is that I think because of the lockdown situation, selling um, online is the keyword. And I don't know if is anyone here building an e-commerce website. Now, if you are, like I said, I won't discuss all about that. But if you are in the mood for it, let me tell you, the cost of building an e-commerce site is under $300. If you are in the mood for doing it yourself, and that includes hosting and the platform charge. So there's a lot of tools out there or lots of e-commerce platforms, but if you're going to do it yourself without much help, I would say Squarespace is would be the way to go. So um, e-commerce platforms out there are, Magento, Shopify, BigCommerce, WooCommerce, Wix, and Squarespace. Like I said, if you're doing this on your own, without any technical know-how, you can do it with Squarespace. I built websites with Squarespace on my own, and I'm not a tech person at all, to be really honest. So again, if you need help there, I have a course on how to build an e-commerce website yourself, uh, with an additional 5 hours support from our end, which will involve me helping you, um, along with the steps you have. I will also helping you to put together your e-commerce website. So I guess that's all, folks. I don't know. Just to get a quick recap, I am in the consulting business as well, and this lockdown, I've lost 50% of my business. What's the situation for you? Can you leave me a message how the lockdown has affected you? But even though I've lost 50% of the business, I've learned a lot of things. I've seen some of the clients actually grow. If you look at the screenshot, that's actually the online business orders of a client of mine that's grown in the last 30 days. I mean, if you look at the numbers, it's crazy. The orders of 2,000% simply because they did not do online before, and because of the lockdown, they started selling online, and they're seeing amazing results. So, um, I would say let's look at this challenge and this lockdown as a opportunity, and make use of it. So I have a couple of offers to you. One is obviously the free, the 50% off on the all the courses that I have. All you need to do is head to my website and use the code webinar. But not just that, I also have something to give away for free. So that's also another one of the important things that I want to put it out there. So I put some of the essential courses for free. So that's almost $300 worth of content about the stuff we discussed today. You can actually get it for free. So it's only a limited period option. So all you need is to head into my website, and a lot of things here, especially chatbot, the ABM, the account based marketing that we did, all that is available for free for you. You can access it for free for a lifetime. So it's purely for a limited period. There's no caps. You can just join in and access all that courses for free. In fact, if I can try automating and putting all the folks who have attended this for free. But otherwise, just head out to my website and you can grab it for free. I can see a lot of people already getting it. Thanks, Arun. I hope this is useful for you. Thanks, friends. Um, Hi, Manju. The LinkedIn tool is out there in these courses. You can find it. Uh, Sites, Nitin, the slide deck, you can replay this entire webinar again. I can send you the link for replaying it and to see what you want. Thanks, Kevin, for getting into the circle membership. I hope it's useful for you. All right, folks. So, like I said, grab this opportunity and get some of these courses for free. For folks who are trying to build an e-commerce website, again, I have a course for that. Again, this is 50% off right now. Head on to my website, use the option webinar, and this is one of the best sellers in terms of generating leads. So if you want to generate leads without doing any cold calls or email marketing, cold emails, sorry, not email marketing, but cold emails, the LinkedIn tool that I spoke about, again, it's part of a course. It's one of the courses that I do. It's available for 50% off right now. Just use the code webinar. Would you handle? Yes. So Prince, just to answer your question, I used to run an agency back in India. And the current model that I'm doing, all my team is remote. So I have team back in India, and I work with clients in London, UK, Ireland, and India. So my work is entirely remotely done. So yes, I can do digital marketing for clients in India as well. So any questions, guys, about the stuff we discussed? Like I said, head on to my website. We use the code webinar to get courses for 50% off. Also, there's $300 worth of course free out there if you want to grab them. Any quick questions that you want to discuss about stuff that we discussed? Like I said, this webinar, you can replay it as well. So if you lost network somewhere or if the audio wasn't all good when you were joining in, the once this is over, you will get access to the replay link, so you can find it as well. Nitin, we were talking about ads on e-commerce, online news portals. Um, Nitin, just to understand, you're in the B2B business, right? You are the one who is in the paper business, I understand. Yeah. So for B2B, it's quite tricky. In terms of running typical ads. I mean, see, it will deliver results. It's not that it won't, but what it will mean is that the moment you cut off the budgets for ads, the number of leads will stop coming, right? So as far as marketing goes, the best approach is what can you do to eventually reduce your marketing cost, or to ensure that the leads keep coming, even if your budgets, are lesser. So just running ads on e-commerce on or online news portals is not the best approach. You have to mix it with a couple of things. So out of the 10 things that we discussed today, Nitin, I would say if I am to put a point by point thing for you, I would say LinkedIn automation is one. Second would be ABM ads, which means that uh, account-based marketing. But again, that's something only if you have budgets. Email marketing is going to be the most important stuff for you, and retargeting ads, which is, see, I'm sure as business you have an existing database, right? So use that, because I would say, isn't it easier to find more business from people who have you've worked with before than trying to acquire new customers? So if you're in the B2B business, and especially for Nipun, to answer your question, I would say rather than spending money on ads, I would say you need to work on creating a strategy that will keep the marketing funnel going, and keep reducing your effort and money. So can I ask you, do you have a team working on it, or are you or your own, or are you open to get help? So um, if you have the bandwidth, yes, you can do it yourself. A lot of these things can be done yourself, but otherwise, I would say put some people on it. No marketing investment as its distribution, right? So yeah, so I would say to keep things minimal, stick on to your customer database and do email marketing, because for B2B business, I would see that email is the best thing to do. Oh wait, you say design studio is B2B and B2C? Okay, all right. No, so I would say these four things are very important for you. Ads are good, but like I said, the moment you cut off the money, the number of leads start dropping. So you need to invest in stuff which will keep bringing you leads, even if you shut off media. So I would say focus on stuff like that. Are you handling demand for a company, and what is the proposal? No marketing. So Vishwanath, yes, I am handling marketing for companies. So in terms of getting a proposal out, I will need more details, but let's not do hardcore sales in this webinar here for the ease of everyone. But what we can do is you can connect with me after this event. I can also put out my uh, website details if you want to understand the kind of work I've been doing. Just to give you a picture, I'm just going to leave that link here in terms of the clients I have and the work we do. You can understand from. Or if you're exporters and will not be resources of exports to African countries, can we have a proposal? Hi, Ravi, thanks for that. When you say export, what kind of products are you exporting? So, is your business B2B or B2C in Africa? So, I mean, are you trying to reach out to other businesses or distributors in Africa? We can discuss that differently. So, please reach out to me. This is my website here. You can reach out to me and we can discuss about working on a proposal together. All right, so you're selling inverters and batteries B2B. So yeah, so for other countries, for this kind of business, I would say the best bet is Google Ads, email marketing for what you're doing. Maybe, like I said, we can discuss a proposal differently. Thanks, Harry. Thanks to be here, coming here and being a part of it. So, all right. So, like I said, please use the Circle membership offer. A lot of the things that we discussed here are available for free for you to grab on. Again, if you have more questions, please put in here. I can still answer that. If you're in the food business, in fact, I have another webinar going on in 45 minutes, which is exclusively for food businesses who are stuck because of the lockdown situation. So yeah, if you're in the food businesses, I would say another 45 minutes. We have another webinar going on. You can find the information on the website. Uh, but otherwise, do not hesitate to reach out to me. Thank you. What would you just reach out to you understanding the impact? All right, so I'm just going to leave my email address here on the screen. You can see my website details as well. But yeah, that's my email address for you to reach out to me if you have any digital marketing requirements. Folks, my intention here with this webinar was not to sell digital marketing, but yes, I'm happy to help you. Uh, uh, this webinar was to help business owners and marketers to do a lot of things themselves. And along with the webinar, I also have these online courses just created for that, so that it'll help you to actually do things on your own. But yes, I'll be happy to help if you want digital marketing services. You can reach out to me. My email address is right there. Any more questions, or we can wrap it up? Like I said, I have another webinar going for food business owners that's going live in 45 minutes. The title is basically how you can get out of the lockdown situation, or how you can use the COVID lockdown to the benefit of the food business. So if you're in the food business, stay around, or if you know someone who can benefit from that, please pass on the event details to them as well. So if you're looking for that event details, I can send it to you here in the chat, or once this webinar is over, I think you will straight away get there. You can also watch the replay of this webinar in case you lost audio or you couldn't hear, or was there a technical reason. Can I ask you how helpful was this session for all of you here? Is there anything else that you want to know more? I'll be happy to do a follow-up webinar on this. But like I said, most of the stuff that we discussed, I have the courses free on my website for you to do it yourself. So, is there any specific area which you are finding as a challenge, which you feel that you need more info? If possible, I can try creating a webinar around that. Um, it is difficult to create webinars for specific industries because most of the stuff that we discuss like here are generic. It can be applied across different sectors as well. So yeah, if you're in the food business, join me in 45 minutes on that. I've left the link there. Otherwise, many thanks for joining me here today. Hope this was helpful to you. You can watch the replay if you want to come back and revisit some of these points. Uh, do utilize the Circle membership for the free courses, or use the 50% off on the using the code webinar. Thanks, guys. Thanks, Ravi. Thanks for Rajesh. Vishwanath, thanks for passing on the session. Thanks, Prince, for the feedback. I hope you keep coming back. Like I said, if you have anything particularly that's challenging that you want to know more info, leave that as well. I'll try doing a webinar on that too as well. So otherwise, enjoy your weekend. I know you guys are locked at home most more or less, but Let's make best use of what we have. Hope you have learned something new from this session and you will be able to use it for your marketing or for your business. Thanks again and have a good evening and good night.